Hey guys, good morning. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, first thing I want to say is I am not a doctor or mental health professional. I just play one on YouTube. Now, it sounded funnier in my head. I'm just kidding. Okay, like I said, you guys know I have no experience with mental health, and not only that, but I'll admit this, that I've been lucky enough in my life not to experience a lot of people or anyone in my life with what I thought was narcissist personality disorder. I've been lucky not to have that in my life. I've heard a lot of women in my life talk about having dated other men and their descriptions of it. I've heard my sibling talk about it. Over the last 4 years, it's become a lot more evident. Okay, as I watched Donald Trump over the last 2 or 3 days, honestly, like I said, I'm not a mental health professional. I have no experience or anything in this, but it's, to me, my opinion, it's becoming more evident that we have a president that has mental health issues, without a doubt. All right, let's look at this way. What if we had a mayor, say you're living in your town, say your town's 30,000 people or something like that, and say there's an outbreak of arson, maybe a couple fires every night, burning down empty houses, or maybe houses with people in them and killing some people. And these fires are every night with deaths adding up. And the mayor of the town insists that they've got a grip on it. There's no arson. It's not happening. They got it under control. But every night there's more and more fires. Not only that, but at these town meetings, the mayor hands out lighters and cans of gas. That's what, I don't know if it's an apt analogy, but look at these rallies, all right? I look at these rallies again. Now, you guys that watch my channel, you know that I talked about this when Trump got sick, that it occurred to me that what I was seeing, when I saw him drive away in the hospital and wave, then go back to the hospital in that car, it hit me so hard that I was watching somebody addicted to those rallies, to the adulation, to being in front of people, to getting that feeling of worship, being worshipped. It goes far beyond fans. This is worship. You watch the way he talks in these rallies, the way he leans on the podium, his body language. I watched, I wasn't going to talk about this, but he brought a couple fellow Republicans out just yesterday in a rally. And the first one was a woman, and I can't remember her name. But the way he spoke to her. Now, this is somebody that he's supposedly helping to get reelected. I think she's running against Mark Kelly in Arizona. I can't remember her name. The way he spoke to her, if I were this woman, I would have flipped off Trump and walked off the stage. He constantly rushed her. Said he was saying, "Hurry up, come on, quick, hurry. These people don't want to wait. These people don't want to hear this." He actually said that. These people don't want to hear this. What I saw was a narcissist trying to get this person on stage and back off stage so he could bask in the adulation some more. There was no time constraint on the rally. These rallies go from 45 minutes to 2 hours to whatever. Trump does what he wants. We know that. It was all about his adulation. I wish I can't remember the name of this. She's running against Mark Kelly in Arizona, and the way he spoke to her, I thought for sure she was a Democrat. He just harassed her and then pushed her off the stage. And as I watch him, and then I watch him just outright lie. This last week, over 500,000 Americans have contracted coronavirus. The most since this entire thing started. 500,000 people in the last 7 days. Over 1,000 Americans died in the last 24 hours, every 24 hours in the last week. A few days were 900, a little over 900. The hospitals, again, and then you see these Trump supporters, and you see him holding these rallies back to back, one after the other, people all packed in. the thing that strikes me, I know I've talked about this before, but as I watch, I just watch in disbelief. Disbelief is the only way to sum it up. As we see these numbers, like I said, I've told you guys over and over, I refer to world meters. If you go to world meters, I think it's .org. I'll put the link below again. It's the most reliable worldwide current time counting of the coronavirus. And you look at these numbers and you look at him in these rallies. Now I understand. I understand about optimism and the power of optimism. Now that's one thing. But this is just straightforward denial and deceit is what this is. You see these people packed in there night after night, and you can only come to two conclusions. Either one, that he is, well, actually it's probably both. It's both. One, that he is going for this herd immunity thing, which would require the deaths of millions of people over the next few years. Millions of Americans, more suffering. The hospital. It's inconceivable. It's a horror show. Hospitals overwhelmed, our entire healthcare system, and people again. These Trump supporters, like when he was talking about Barron again the other day about just having a few sniffles. Like I said, I experienced this myself back in March when I was my 2 days before my surgery. It was canceled for 3 months. It meant 3 months of 24-hour pain. And I was just one of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people across this country that happened to, and that's exactly right where we're at right now. So we're not talking about just a few people with the flu and just the old people, people in their 70s. You just have to worry about it. It's not a real picture. The hospitals are becoming overwhelmed. So when you get a hernia, when you get a torn ligament, arthritis, hernias, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but this would cause suffering, unbelievable suffering across the country. Then also this morning, like I talk about the stock, I'm not a big fan of the stock market. To me, it's how much money I'm coming in and how much things cost, how much rent costs, how much gas costs, utilities. That tells me how the economy is. I'm not a big fan of the stock market, but the Dow dropped, I think, almost 1,000 points just yesterday. Again, because of the Republicans and Mitch McConnell having no consideration. They want to get Amy Coney Barrett in there. There's not going to be. Let me just move on to that now. There's not going to be any COVID relief. It's not going to happen before Election Day. Now let's look at if Trump does get reelected. Why would he possibly put out another relief package, a stimulus package? Why would he do that? I think if he got reelected, he'd start talking about the deficit, and he no longer would have to concentrate on being reelected. Now his concentration would go on to his legacy and being worshipped. And I think if he were to be reelected, there would absolutely be no stimulus. And I think it's the opposite with Biden. I think Biden, one of the most admirable things I saw yesterday, while Trump was crisscrossing the country, I've lost count of how many of these super spreader events he's holding every day. 3, 4, 5. Biden only had 1 or 2. And then as Trump mocks him, and I actually hear this from Trump supporters here in town about Biden hiding in his basement. And they all say this. Again, it's like I'm talking to zombies. I swear to God. I talked to 4, 5 different Trump supporters, and they all use the same sentence about Biden hiding in his basement. Where does this come from? It's got to come from Fox News. And these people recite these talking points word for word. It scares me. It's like freaking brainwashing. And but anyway, so yesterday, Biden had a coronavirus meeting with professionals, health professionals. He's not even president yet. And he's already trying to figure out a way to deal with this instead of ignore it or denial. Now, to get back to how I started this video, I think we're dealing with somebody with mental health issues. I don't know what else to call it. When you see him get up there and just, it's beyond a lie. It's a denial of reality. You know, every rally, every single day, it's just a denial of reality when he's talking to these thousands of adulating, worshiping Trump supporters. You know, I want to know one other thing I noticed too. This is just an observation, but I can't help but notice there are so many pretty blonde women behind Trump in every picture. In every rally where you see the video with Trump in the middle, look around the picture and it's packed with the pretty blonde women. It scares me, man. They look like clones. I don't have an answer for this. I swear these rallies get scarier and scary for me. I've got a link down below. It's from U.S. News and World Report, and it's talking about how these rallies, these reckless rallies, are costing Trump a lot of support. It's starting to look more and more. If you look at these numbers, like I said, the link will be down below. In a lot of these states that he's going to, the numbers are like 52% are saying that the rallies and his holding these rallies is turning them off. They disapprove of his rallies, as opposed to like maybe 25% that approve of the rallies in Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona. Like I said, the link's down below, and a lot of older people are hopefully seeing the light that these people are disposable to him. Like I said, I don't know. I think it's a combination of narcissism and mental health issues. I don't know. But the denial of reality every day with, like I said, 500,000 people contracting this in the last week, and hospitals overflowing now. And if you think about this will affect employment, this will affect the economy, people seeking health care. It'll affect the entire country. It's not just somebody getting the flu. It's like, again, another analogy. If a hotel was packed with people, and you had Trump is like the guy, the fire chief, standing outside the building with a megaphone saying, "Don't worry about it. We got it under control. We're putting it out right now." And as the fire just rages up each floor. That's what you got going on right now. That's probably a pretty good analogy. I really wonder if he's mentally competent at this point. To me, it's gone beyond lies. All right, next video, I want to talk about, I don't see Trump going away after this. I've gotten a few comments asking, well, when Biden wins, are you just going to go away? And no, I ain't going anywhere. I think there's going to be I think, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot to talk about, or with months to come, with Trump. And like I said, I've been reading up on this whole narcissist personality disorder, and he isn't going to just disappear, nor are his Trump supporters. All right, that'll be the next video. You guys have a good Thursday.